Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naisha if you're new here, and in today's video I'm starting it off looking a little crusty because we're going to be doing a full face of Dollar Tree makeup. So I have this huge container full of Dollar Tree makeup. Everything is $1. Yes, $1. Some are brands that we know, some are brands we've never heard of. People, almost everybody on the planet lives for Dollar Tree. You get some of the best things. My DIYs, snacks, some of the best snacks. Like these snacks, I always get these Snack Club Tahini Chili and Lime Peach Rings. So they have the peach rings and they have another one, but it's basically just regular peach ring gummies, and it has chili and lime and tahini on it, and it is so good. So you see it's like the regular peach ring, but it has the spices on it. Come on. Anyway, now that I have candy stuck in my teeth, I frequent Dollar Tree all the time. I'm there 2 or 3 times a week. My daughter goes to Taekwondo and it's right across the street from a Dollar Tree. So literally every time I wait for her in Taekwondo class, because we can't go into the class and watch anymore due to COVID restrictions. So I either have to sit in the car and wait for her, which I usually do, and snack, or I go to the Dollar Tree and I browse around. And I'm always buying snacks, drinks, DIYs. And recently I've been looking at the makeup. If you follow me on Instagram, you would already know this, but they have their lashes. It's called the Ioni brand. And they have the best $1 lashes. So this entire eyelash book setup situation, I got this on Amazon. I'll have it linked down below in my Amazon store, and I absolutely love it because it helps with all the extra packaging and it's nice and flat, so I sort of stack them up on top of each other. But anyway, these are about half of the Ioni lashes that I own. They have more natural ones, more dramatic ones, and I grabbed all the dramatic ones, several in different styles, because they are so beautiful. For $1, the lash band is nice and thin, nice and full. Really, I feel high quality, not looking cheap at all lashes for $1. So I went in there, I saw them, I literally bought like 30, and I put them in these to help with the packaging situation. But anyway, so I've recently been going in and looking at the makeup. What tends to happen is they have their own Dollar Tree brand type makeup, very generic, but sometimes they get in stuff like Wet n Wild, Elf, Hard Candy. I've been seeing a lot of Hard Candy recently, and a lot of LA Colors. So over the past couple of weeks, whenever I go in, I check out the beauty section, and I think, well, you saw how much stuff I have. I definitely have a full face of Dollar Tree makeup. I will have to say the complexion products are the shade range is not the best. It's a dollar store, so I'm not expecting miracles. So it did take me a while to find, hopefully, what I think are good shades for my skin tone. I have like 4 or 5 different complexion products because, there's no testing. You can't really tell what's going on. So we might have to do some mixing and some configurations. Anyway, so if you're new here, again, welcome. My name is Naisha. I'm a mom of 2, obsessed with makeup, obsessed with Dollar Tree. It's like one of my top stores. I'm in there all the time. I feel like, that song, Throw It in the Bag, when I'm in there, because everything is $1 and you just go crazy. Oh, it's just $1. It's just $1. Just $1. When you're done and you get to the register, it's like $50, $100 and stuff that you bought. That's what happens to me. But it makes me feel rich going in there because I can just buy whatever I want because it's only $1. But other than that, sometimes they have like really good brand name stuff, really nice high-end things in there for only $1. But back to the makeup. If you're interested in seeing me, hopefully not struggle through putting together a full face of Dollar Tree makeup, please a little closer, keep on watching. All right, so we're gonna start off with the brows, and for brows we have the Wet n Wild Color Icon Kohl Liner in Simmer Brown. Oh, in Simmer Brown now. Ooh, that is so cute. So it's just a regular brown pencil liner, and I thought the color was pretty good for eyebrows. And I also got an eyebrow kit. This is from Broadway Colors, an eyebrow kit. So there's 1 wax and 2 brow powders. They look pretty deep. So I think this will also work for my eyebrow. So here we have the eyebrow pencil. Well, it's a pencil. It doesn't really specifically say what for. It's a nice sort of chocolatey brown, so I think that might work. And then we have the eyebrow kit. Comes with a little eyebrow brush, which I'm going to use. And then we have 2 powders and a wax. Alright, so I'm going to take this pencil and I'm going to outline the brow. This is actually really pigmented, and it's nice and smooth. It's just kind of gliding on. It's sticking onto the skin nicely. It's a little warm for an eyebrow pencil for me, since my hair is so dark, but we're just using it to outline so we can have a guide for the rest of the eyebrows. Got a little wild over here, but that's okay. Next, I'm going to go in with the brow kit. The brow kit has a little mirror on it. Maybe I'll use that. Alright, so we're going to go with the brow kit. I'm going to go in with the darker powder and the little brush. I'm going to take the darker powder and fill in the back part of my brow. The powder actually matches the pencil pretty well. They literally look like the same color. And the powder's doing a pretty good job filling it in. Seems like it's sticking to the skin. Normally when I'm using a brow powder, I actually fill in my entire brows with the pencil and then I use the powder to sort of set the pencil. But this powder is actually doing pretty good on its own. And I'm going to take the lighter one and just kind of flick it in. Flick it up, fill in the front part of the brow. And I'm going to go in with the brush side and brush through the brow. Help remove a lot of the excess product, especially that pencil. That's really harsh. And then I'm going to take the spoolie part and rub it in the wax. And then take the wax and brush through the brows. We'll see what that does in terms of holding the brows in place. Because it feels very petroleum-ish. Okay, not bad at all. That entire system kind of worked out pretty well. We'll see how well this gel kind of holds the brows in place. I'm not assuming it's going to be the best hold, but so far so good. Okay, so I don't have an eyeshadow primer, so I went ahead and cleaned up under the brows, and I used one of the complexion products to sort of prime my eyes. And hopefully that'll work. I know back in the day we used to use concealer as primer, so that should be fine. And actually this is not from Dollar Tree. This is actually from Big Lots, and this is kind of what started this whole idea of me wanting to do the dollar store makeup, because these are LA colors and I got them each for $1 at Big Lots. And I got these since last year and they've just been sitting in my collection doing nothing, so I figured I might as well do something with it. So I got 3 different palettes. This one is called Stunning. This is more of a warm toned neutral palette. Then we have Stella, which is more of a cool tone with some blues and greens. And then we have Stylish, which is, you know, my jam, the more pinks and burgundies. Most of the eyeshadows at the Dollar Tree are LA colors, so I figured it'll be the same situation and quality. And it comes with this beautiful sponge tip applicator, which, you know what, let me don't talk shit yet, because these are actually really good when you have glitter eyeshadow. It helps to pick it up better, like using your finger. So I'm going to keep this regardless. Okay, I'm pretty much going to end up dipping into all of them. So I'm going to start off with Stunning. Again, you can get these for $1 at Big Lots, and I'm going to go into this nice warm color in my crease. Now that's more pigmented than I thought it was going to be, so that's good. Starting off on a good foot. Next, I'm going to go into this lighter one and blend out those edges a little. It's not really adding any color, and that's not what I intended to do. It's really just to blend out the edges of this so it's nice and Now I'm going to go into Stylish and I'm going to deepen up that crease with this color. Let's see if it's even going to do anything. Oh, it does a little bit. It really does give it a little bit deeper, so that's good. These are actually blending out really nicely and building up nicely. It's not crazy pigmented, it's buildable, but so far it's doing a pretty good job for a $1 eyeshadow palette. Now we're going to jump into Stella and we're going to deepen up the outer V even more with this really dark brown. I'm just going to keep this right out here, not going to go too far in. But it gives us a little bit of depth. Okay, so I want to try out this black, so I'm going to take this black on a smudger brush and smudge this close to the lash line on the outer part. Black is actually really good. I'm going to go back with the previous blush and blend it out because I don't want it to be too harsh. Just give me a little depth at the lash line. Okay, those mattes actually were not bad at all. They're pretty buildable. I think very, very beginner friendly. So definitely if you see these at Big Lots, definitely pick them up. For the lid, we're going to get fancy here. I picked up this Hard Candy Metal Glaze 12-hour Intense Liquid Foil. You could use it on your brows, your eyes, or on your lips. The packaging looks pretty high-end, but it's hard candy, and they sell it at Walmart. This is the packaging. You can see it's a nice bronzy color. Let's do a little swatch. Feels very creamy going on. And I'm assuming it's going to dry down since it's supposed to last for 12 hours. So I'm going to use this on the lid before we go in with one of the shimmers from the palette. Now I'm going to just use my finger to blend out the edge. That was really easy. The doe foot has like a rounded top and it seems to be really easy for sort of creating a cut crease vibe. And you guys know I'm always here for easy. It's actually quiet today because my husband took my daughter to the library for some books. So I figured let me jump on here and do something while it's quiet. It's not gonna last because they're probably gonna be back before I'm done, but you know, at least the beginning part of this video is quiet. Okay, so I can use it to a cut crease. That is very shiny, very creamy, very opaque. Doesn't look like it's creasing up or anything. This is actually pretty nice. Okay. Okay, so on the lid, pretty much with the same vibe, I'm going to go in with this sort of coppery color. It's pretty much the exact same color. Alright, so we're going to go back in with some of that black here at the lower lash line. Connect it to the shimmer. And then the darker brown. And blend that all out. Okay, here we are with the eye so far, and actually this is looking pretty good. For liner, I have a couple options. So I have this blue eye marker from LA Colors, which I'm probably not going to use because I don't know, blue might not work. But I'm definitely going to try this another time. I have a brown liner. This one's from Hard Candy called Stroke of Genius. Pretty juicy, a little sheer. And then we have the liquid liner. This one has an ultra fine tip, a brush tip, which I love. Ooh, that one actually looks really nice. Okay, so we're gonna try that one and give ourselves a little wing. I haven't used a brush tip like this in so long. The last one like this I used was the NYC one, and that one has been discontinued in the US, so and that used to be my holy grail. That actually did a really good job as a wing. The tip is so thin and flexible. This is the kind of tip I like when I'm doing my wings. Alright, so I think that gave us some decent wings. Not too crazy. I kind of messed up over on this side. Let me fix that. The formula seems a little sticky. I'm already feeling my lid start to contract like this. But when I was moving the brush over it, the brush would almost stick on the parts that already dried down. So I don't know if it's that, you know, because it's in the dollar store. But it's drying down. Doesn't seem to be drying down matte though. Yeah. For lashes, I know you would think I would go in one of my own Ionis because I have like 30 of them. But I saw these LA Colors Jewel Eyes eyelashes. And they looked pretty good from the shape, and you know, it's a little bit wispy and flared. And also back in the day, like 10-15 years ago, when I was just getting into lashes, I used to buy these for $1 at Family Dollar, and it looks just like the one I used to buy, and they look so good. And I was like, $1? Hell yeah. So I'm just gonna use my regular dual lash glue, but I did see Juicy Jazz, I believe, say that Ioni has lash glue that's at the Dollar Tree, and you know, it's $1 and it's really, really good. So I'm definitely on the lookout for those. They're about $5 or $6 trees around me, and I literally frequent them and I try different ones because every different one has like other products. It looks really nice. They're long and nice. Yeah, these I believe are exactly the lashes that I used to wear back in the day. Some of them are bad. Like you see them, they're really, really bad. But these, it has that shape that I like. It's shorter on the inside, flares out on the outside. Very piecey. They're like spaces in between. And this one already has a curl to it. It curls up, so that's nice. Yeah, they're like $5 or $6 trees around my area that I usually frequent. Maybe I'll do a shop with me one day and we can just go around, see all the new and exciting things that they have, and we can have a no budget shopping spree. This is my kind of shopping spree. No budget shopping spree at the Dollar Tree and see what cool stuff we get. Okay, those went on nice and easy, looking good. The glue will dry down and we'll come back and finish it off. Okay, now let's move on to the face. For primer, we are going in with the Hard Candy Longwear Primer 12-Hour Power. They probably got rid of this when they came out with the new set of primers. This is not a mini like a lot of things you find at the dollar store. This is a full size 1.58 ounces primer. A creamy primer that really works for up to 12 hours of wear. This invisible base acts like a magnetic force that attracts makeup for all day flawless wear. Okay, let's hope it's not like expired or nothing. Oh, not bad. It's really creamy. Beigey color. Feels like a moisturizer. We'll see if this actually works. There obviously is not a lot of choice in terms of complexion products. So we have this LA Colors liquid makeup. And this is the darkest one I saw is tan. It's only 0.42 fluid ounces. So less than half of the size of a regular foundation. If this is even workable. It's way too light. Then I also got the one that I use as the eyebrow primer. My eyelid primer is, I think this one's called Creamy Beige. Yeah, Creamy Beige, which is a lot lighter. So it says Creamy Beige and this is tan. And tan was the darkest one. And tan is not dark enough for me. I'm going to leave it there to see what oxidizes. So another option we have is the Sassy and Chic, which I believe is like their proprietary brand. BB Beauty Benefit Cream in Dark 1. I have no idea what color this looks like because it's completely sealed up. And it doesn't even give you a little swatch. So we shall see what we got here. It looks very pink. The LA Colors one oxidized. So maybe it's not as bad as we think. And this is the other one, the dark one, which pretty much looks like the LA Colors one while it's oxidized. And our other option is this L'Oreal True Match Gentle Mineral Makeup in Cocoa C8, which it looks pretty dark, but actually I think this is, you know, maybe a shade or two next to what I wear in L'Oreal True Match. Not this mineral one, but in the liquid foundation. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the Sassy Chic. So it comes with a brush, and there is the powder in here. Ooh, it's real dark. Ooh. Yes, I guess you just swirl it onto your skin. Oh, it's too dark. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do a little concoction. I'm going to put the Sassy Chic one in the back of my hand. Then we're going to mix in a little bit of the L'Oreal True Match Cacao and make ourselves a nice little concoction. Let's see if that works. Okay, it's a little bit better, not the best, but you know what? We're gonna make it work. We have bronzers and stuff. We'll make it work. And we do see that it does oxidize, so it's not too bad. I have worn foundation colors way worse than this. For sponge, and I have these two cuties that I got. It just says makeup blender sponge. So I got a lavender and this, what's this? Turquoise. I'm going to use a turquoise. Oh, look, and in a little travel egg. It comes in a little travel egg that you can keep. And the little travel egg has a mirror. So that's cute because nothing else has a mirror. Okay, so I'm going to go get this wet. And I'll be right back. So this is what it looks like dry. And this is what it looks like wet. It did get a little bit bigger. It's not as soft as I would like, but you know, we're gonna go with it. See, the foundation already oxidized too, so it's a lot better than it was before, so that's good. We didn't have to throw this whole makeup look away. Oh, let me use my egg mirror. Okay, the foundation itself is pretty light coverage, not bad. We actually got a pretty good mix from our little concoction. So actually nice, not bad at all. A nice sort of light to medium mix. I'm sure if I had more of my little mix, I could build it up. But this is actually not bad at all. We'll leave it at this. The sponge, like I said before, is not the softest. It's pretty firm, but it didn't do a bad job. I don't see any problems with like streaks or, oh wait, in natural light, this actually looks really good. Okay, so for our concealer, I'm going to go in with that tan. That was way too light before. I'm just going to squirt some out on the back of my hand and use a brush to apply it under my eyes and in the usual areas. The formula of these actually doesn't feel bad at all. It actually feels really creamy. It's a good good coverage, so it's not bad at all. If you can actually find your color, that would be great. Okay, just now realizing that I didn't get a cream contour, so I'm just going to go in with my LA Colors really quickly to give my face a little bit of definition. Now we're going to go in and blend out that concealer. Okay, so here's everything blended out. Everything is pretty light coverage. Not very heavy at all, which is not bad. Doesn't feel heavy or uncomfortable on my face. The sponge, not the best, because I felt like when I was blending things out, it was actually lifting the makeup back up. So I had to keep like putting the makeup back down to blend it out. It's a nice size. It's not horrible, but it's just giving me a little extra work, if you know what I mean. I don't have a loose setting powder, but I'm going to set my face in a little bit. Before I do that though, I want to go in with these LA Colors glow sticks. I have a blush stick and a glow stick. So one is a cream blush and one is a cream highlighter. I want to do these first before I set my under eyes at least. So it's a cute little stick. Looks like half the size of a regular drugstore product. But 195 ounces. And this is in the color Flushed. It's a nice rosy color. That is very pigmented. I was not expecting that. Ooh. So I'm actually going to take the back of the beauty blender, get some off on the blender, and just put it right here on my cheeks. That is actually nice. I'm going to go over it with a powder blush in a little bit. But for people who like cream blushes, that actually looks really nice. And it goes perfectly with my eye look. Look at that. I haven't been the biggest cream blush or like cream highlight type person because, you know, having oily skin for, you know, my entire life, the last thing you want to do is go for anything that's creamy on top of oily skin. But so many companies are coming up with cream products now, and you know, we're all about the glowy skin, and I've been getting more into the glowy skin. So I was actually thinking, let me know what you think, of doing a full face of only cream products, no powders, and a little bit of a wear test to see if it can actually work on oily skin. Let me know if that sounds interesting down in the comments. So then now we have the highlight. It's called Poppin'. There were a couple of different colors, but this is the one that I got. Nice dark champagne. So I'm just going to take my finger with this one and go right on the high points. Again, I'm going to go over this with a powder later, but we just want to see how the creams look. It's a pretty subtle highlight. It looks like a lit from within because it's pretty much my skin tone. And you see there was a little bit of a glow from the bronzer already. Not the bronzer, from the blush. I really shouldn't put this on my nose because my nose is my greasiest, oiliest spot. Oh, that's alright. Again, we're going to go over this with powder. But even though just on its own, it actually looks pretty nice. Nice sort of everyday glowy situation. Usually not my thing, but you know, I can work with it. I can get down with it. Okay, so like I said, I don't have a loose powder that I normally use to set my face. So I got this pressed powder with a puff applicator. And this is also in the color tan. This was the darkest color that they had. So I'm really going to use this to set my under eyes. I'm not going to use a puff. So I'm really going to press this onto my under eyes and then really just lightly dust it over the rest of my face to set the rest of the makeup. So I'm just going to use the sponge, get into the powder, looks like good coverage, and set the under eyes. That looks really nice. That did a really good job of setting the under eye and it's giving me a nice smooth, almost blurred look. That's nice. Okay, I set all the usual places. Now I'm just going to lightly take my big fluffy brush and kind of go over the rest of my face. I'm just going to try and pat it. It's a little light, but it doesn't have a lot of color to it, so it still kind of works. Okay, for bronzer, we have another LA Colors product. It is a very shimmery bronzer called Bronze Beauty. I don't mind a shimmery bronzer, to be honest. So I'm just going to go into that and bronze up the skin. Looks like it'll give, yes, it gives some really nice warmth. It's a nice coppery warm color that actually works pretty well on my skin tone. Back in the day when I was first really getting into makeup, I used this Jordana shimmery bronzer literally every day. Lived for it, loved it. So I'm always here for a shimmery bronzer. Not glittery, just a little bit of shimmer, because then it gives you a glow without being oily. Okay, that did a really good job of warming up my skin. I like that. For highlighter, we're gonna go in with this Hard Candy Just Glow Dome highlighter. I was so excited when I saw this. It's like one of those putty-like ones, so it's like the Stila. And it's like, look at how shiny that is, because it has that sort of wet look to it. So I'm just gonna go in with this brush and hit the high points. Not a lot of it is picking up on the brush, so I'm gonna have to go in a couple of times. Let me try it with my finger. Yeah, it's way better with your finger. Oh wow, way better with your finger. Because it really wasn't picking up that much on the brush. It has that soft, like bouncy texture like this Stila one. And for blush, I was actually kind of excited when I saw this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in Pearlescent Pink. It's a nice peachy pink that I think is going to go perfect with this look. Comes with a teeny tiny little brush, but we all know nobody uses that. Alright, on the... Ooh, that is really pigmented and beautiful. I'm just nice and peachy today. I like that. To set the face, another exciting find is this Hard Candy Anti-Pollution Defend Sheer Envy Setting Spray. You gotta shake it. There's charcoal to detoxify, anti-blue light, anti-pollution, antioxidant, 12-hour protect hydration. So this sounds pretty good, but my only problem with sprays like this, so any spray that usually has like charcoal in it or like white charcoal and you have to shake it first, usually ends up leaving you with splotches on your makeup. I swear, no matter how much I shake it, I always end up with that problem. The MAC one, I used it once or twice, decluttered it. The Too Faced Peach Perfect one, used it once, decluttered it. The Ofra one that I just picked up for Black Friday, that was only $5 and I was so excited. I didn't realize it was one of those shake up ones, and I sprayed it on my face and my face was like white. Decluttered it. So now we have this one. So you see how much I shake it. You saw how much I'm shaking it. All right, let's see. Not a bad spray, a little aggressive. Smells pretty good. Okay, no splotches on the face, so that is definitely a positive. Okay, and now let's finish up the eyes. First for liner, I'm going to go in with this Hard Candy Stroke of Gorgeous Soft Glide Longwear Liner in Creamy Matte Soy. Literally nothing is coming off. Oh wow, okay. That one's a dud. That goes in the garbage. We're going to go back to the Wet n Wild that I originally used on my eyebrow. That's a lot better. Now back to the eyes. First we're going to mix the black and the dark brown and smoke out the lower lash line. Then we're going to blend it out with this nice brown here from the Stunning palette. And on the inner corner, we're going to go with this nice kind of pinky corally color. And finally, this nice gold on the brow bone. Lastly, for the eyes, we have the Wet n Wild Mega Wear Mascara in Very Black. It's said to give you full and healthy lashes, and it's soy protein enriched. So I love the color of it. Let's see what the brush looks like. Nice slim brush. So I'm going to use it to connect my eyelashes with the false lashes, and we'll see how it works on these lower lashes. Not a lot seems to be coming off the brush and onto my lashes. I don't know if it's because the formula is dry or if this one in particular is dried up. And last but not least, we have the lips. And of course, it's going to be a nude. I'm going to go in with the LA Colors Intense Color Lip Gloss in Dancer. Don't have a lip liner, so again, we're going to go in with the Wet n Wild Kohl eyeliner. I'm going to go in lightly because it's going to be super dark. And then let's see. Oh, it's a squeezy tube. It's a nice sort of a pinky nude color. So let's. It's bright. This is not nude at all. Let's get the liner to help this out. Ooh, much better. This smells like paint. I will not be putting that on my lips again. Alright, and here we have the finished look. Honestly, this is actually not bad at all. It's not. I am actually pleasantly surprised at how well this turned out. But of course, you let me know down in the comments, what do you think? No, it's not my best work. I know that. But it's actually pretty nice. I have a nice little glow going. Eyebrows are a little strong, but that's okay. It happens sometimes. Eyeshadow turned out pretty nice. So overall, let's go over everything. I'll tell you my opinions on everything, what you can and don't even bother to look at if you go to Dollar Tree. Starting with the star of our show, the Wet n Wild Kohl Crayon. This pencil, look at how long it is. Just $1. Very creamy, very pigmented. I used this in 3 different areas and it worked out well in all of them. Highly recommend this pencil. The brow powder kit, I actually really like the powders in here. They applied well, they stuck onto my skin. The wax is literally just like petroleum jelly. It's not sticky, it's not holding anything, it's not holding my brows. So the wax is a no, but the powders are actually really nice. So if you're into using powders for your brows, and the brush is, it's nice, it's tiny, but it's nice. This Broadway eyebrow kit is good. The eyeshadow palettes, the eyeshadows actually performed really well. The mattes blended out nicely, had nice buildable pigment, not too crazy. That black was really nice. The shimmers went on the brow bone highlight. That really surprised me because it was so nice. So these are actually pretty nice for $1. You get 12 colors, and while it's tiny, let's be honest, nobody's gonna go through this much eyeshadow that quickly. So this is really excellent at $1 each, and it has a nice color range. This liquid eyeshadow or liquid makeup where you can pretty much put anywhere, love this. Love the applicator. It went on smooth. You all saw how easy I did that cut crease. It's not creasing or anything. Still looks really nice. Even here, it's still on my hand, and I've wiped my hand several times. Really nice. Really helped the shimmer to show up nice. This, if I see other colors in this at Dollar Tree, I'm getting all the colors. The liner, I love that it had that super fine brush tip. It made it really nice and easy to put my liner on. The formula is a little iffy because, like I said, it did get kind of sticky. Some of it actually stuck onto the lashes and I had to kind of pry it off. It was getting pretty sticky. It did not dry down matte, but it's not bad. It's nice and black and pigmented. So if you don't have to have like super matte liner, this is a really good option for $1. The eyelashes, this remind me of my back in the day style. They're really nice, long, wispy. They have a nice curl to them. They look really nice. Finish off the look really nicely. The band is comfortable. It's thin. It's one of those clear bands. Really comfortable and nice. Highly recommend these LA Colors lashes. They look gorgeous. The sponges, not my favorite. They're a little bit harder than I like. It does get nice and big, and when I was blending it out, it was picking up the makeup, but it worked really well for setting with the powder. So there's that. It's a nice fun color. I like that it comes in a little travel case. If you have to travel with it, you know, you can just put it back in so it doesn't get all over the place. And of course the cute little mirror on the side, that was cute. So, you know, you can keep it in its own separate little container if you needed to. And again, it's cute. The complexion products. Now, in terms of formula, it's not bad. I used the liquid makeup as my concealer and as my eyeshadow primer, and they were fine. They blended up pretty nicely. They dried on a little bit quickly. The BB cream, it was a BB cream, so I wasn't expecting that much coverage. It was not bad at all. They recommended you blend it with your fingertips. You probably get more coverage if you do it that way. There wasn't a lot of color choices. Happy that I found the mineral powder to mix it in is obviously too dark for me. I'll pass this on to my mother. She likes stuff like this. But I'm glad that I had that to actually mix it in with the liquid foundation, because it did give me a much better match. It's light coverage. I don't mind it. I look nice and glowy. But of course, the shade selection is trash. The primer, this literally just felt like a moisturizer, like a regular, you know, regular moisturizing primer. My skin looks nice and smooth, and it doesn't have a lot of pore filling going on, but my skin doesn't look crazy at all. I wouldn't be able to tell you if this lasts 12 hours because I don't think I'm going to be wearing this makeup for 12 hours. I'll probably have to try it out with foundations that I know how they wear, because with the BB cream and that other stuff, I don't know how that wears. So I'm not going to be able to say if it's a BB cream or if it's a primer. But in terms of just, it was nice and moisturizing. The makeup is sitting on my skin nicely. So I have no complaints about the primer at all. And for $1, you get 1.5 ounces. If you like this, that's a lot, and that's a steal of a deal. These little glow sticks, the highlighter and the blush stick, if you like cream products, these are actually really nice, subtle, everyday throw on type of cream products. It's like half the size of a regular one, but for $1, I really like this. This was actually more pigmented than I thought it was going to be. There are other colors, so if these colors are not your jam, there were other colors that are there, so you can definitely check these out, because I actually enjoyed these even though I'm not a cream product type person. The setting spray, I was actually pleasantly surprised that I didn't get any splotches on my skin with the charcoal. Again, I'm not gonna wear this for too long, so I'm not gonna know how well it really wears for a long period of time. I'm gonna try this again with my other makeup that I already know how they perform as well, to see how this does. But you know, it was a nice spray. It's a nice size, 2.2 fluid ounces for $1. Can't beat it. The highlighter, the Just Glow Glow Dome highlighter. This is better applied with a finger. It's a beautiful bright, it looks bright and wet on my finger, and you see it a little bit when I turn, but you definitely have to apply this with a finger. This might also be nice if you just tap this onto your lid, nice and shiny, and there's a lot of product in here. And again, for $1, if you like this sort of soft, cushiony, wet looking highlighter, this will definitely work. There were other colors, but this is the color I got because I felt it was best with my skin tone. One of my favorite things that I got today, this Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in pearlescent pink. Beautiful peachy pink with a little bit of shimmer, giving me a little bit of a NARS Orgasm vibe. Yeah, this is really a really pretty blush, and I'm so happy I got this because it looks so pretty and goes perfectly with the eye look too. Another thing I was really happy is this bronzer. It really gave my skin some nice warmth, even though it's shimmery. Just in general, I have a nice glowy look going on with all of these products. Really nice color, and it's a pretty big pan for just $1. Okay, we had one total fail. This Hard Candy Stroke of Gorgeous Soft Glide Longwear Liner that basically is completely dried up. So this is trash. That's unfortunate. And I mean, this is not a complete fail. The LA Colors Intense Color Lip Gloss is a nice color. It's a nice nude pinky color. It looks real crazy when it comes out the tube, and it smells like paint. So I'm definitely not putting this on my lips again, but with the liner, it actually turned out to be a really nice color. And that's because I blended it on its own. It was a little wild. Almost forgot the mascara. Wasn't a big fan of the mascara. Seems like it's either dried out or the formula is pretty dry, like one of those drier formulas, so it wasn't really grabbing on to my bottom lash hairs. It was horrible, just kind of a bleh. Alright, so that's it. That's everything. This is my full face of makeup from the Dollar Tree. Again, let me know down in the comments, what do you think? And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And the next time that you're in Dollar Tree and you see some of these things, feel free to try it out because it actually was not half bad. Of course, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.